Amanda Show. Okay. I think we are back. I believe we're back. Is it showing up for you?
I'm still loading. Just give me a minute.
Okay.
Okay, this one's running.
This
I got
one's
it
running?
working. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me just send out the new link. Yeah, this one isn't loading until Oblivion.
Okay, good. Well, that was weird. We are back. Sorry about that.
Just technical difficulties.
I blame this bald-headed guy.
He didn't respect Blue Eyes White Dragon enough.
Yeah, he did not.
I'm just gonna wait until people can rejoin
the
chat room.
Hello, Hachi.
There we go.
Go ahead and teleport to the cerulean processing plant.
Yeah, we got people back.
Alright, good. Everyone's back. Okay, good. Sorry about for that little weird hiccup.
Just weird internet issues. Sometimes it just happens.
Okay. I am going the wrong way.
Where is this bird? Oh, it's Oriange. Hold on, Oriange. I just took a bite of pizza.
You're gonna need it.
It's like Oriange has like a plate of pizza out in front of him, and you go to talk to him, and it's like, what is going on? He's like, it's pizza time. Mine apologies for summoning you thus from afar, and also for eating this piece of pizza. It's cheese. Cheese and banana peppers.
Ooh.
My lady. But 'tis here that your journey may finally begin.
I did wonder. To my knowledge, there are no fragments in northern Thanalan.
You thought.
You thought wrong.
Nor are you mistaken, my lady. Yet a pathway doth exist, one which you have yourself made use of in the past. Remember when you just mysteriously woke up here like you were hungover? At the conclusion of your several forays into the binding coil, it was at the crystal formation which lieth to the north of this place that you did emerge, was it not?
Yeah. An ethereal stream bore us back to the surface. That much I had surmised. Are you suggesting that we can use it to return underground? And if that were possible, would it not simply bear us back to those places which we have already explored?
It need not, my lady. Pray allow me to explain.
Oh no.
Upon the evidence of your experience, it seemeth plain that the two interment folks may share the self-same ethereal egress. From this, we did infer that others may be connected in likewise. Thus did we labor long to verify the existence of further tributaries to the self-same stream, in which task we are at length successful. 'Twas then but a matter of arriving at a solution to the problem of traveling to an unattuned destination. I sense Aetherites. Oh, he's still going on.
Yeah.
That one might reach what we may call the headwater. What the heck is headwater? We propose to employ a modified aetherite which serveth to amplify such ripples as do originate from such source. By focusing one's essence upon these ripples, it should be possible to make the journey. Yet be fairly warned, my lady. As with all untried methods of ethereal travel, this method entaileth considerable danger. Merely to attempt the voyage could cost you your life. Okay, the only thing I got out of that is that we could commit suicide in this mission.
Yeah. That is a risk I'm willing to take. You are brilliant, Urianger.
Yes, death! I'm so
death.
excited.
I bet my brother never witnessed death before. But I'm curious. I'm curious. You didn't involve that ugly-ass brother, did you?
No.
I could not help noticing your repeated use of the word we and Alfie and no, unless you have taken to using the majestic plural in our absence.
Of course, why wouldn't I? I love using we when I refer to myself. It is the royal we. I hope to be a queen one day, you don't understand. Nay, my lady, as you correctly surmised, I was not alone in this endeavor.
Meaning, there are others who are aware of our mission.
I mean, you have two assistants that you can't even remember their names correctly.
Well, it cannot be helped now. Preventing Bahamut's return is what matters. If some secrecy must be sacrificed to achieve our goal, well, then so be it.
Were we supposed to, like, pinky swear promise that we weren't gonna tell anybody? I wasn't aware of this.
Well, I think what they were trying to do is not make the alarm of Bahamut known to people. Most because they didn't want
people
panic.
Like the end times.
Also, I just realized Hachi's over there dancing.
Mm-hmm. See, I espouse.
And here's the Hachi in her normal wild habitat.
Glowing. We're not there yet. We have to still go up to this glowing shard of etheric unbalance.
Urianger.
Verily, 'twas not my wish to withhold knowledge of the aid I received. I pray that Mistress Alize will forgive me when she learneth of its source.
Uh-oh.
I told Thancred and Menphilia and Papa Limo. Oh, I also told Livia, even though she's dead.
I told Livia's spirit.
I went to her corpse and I told her it's right over there. Like, you don't have to walk that far.
It's literally over there. Huh, so that must be the modified aetheryte, and that must be Livia's dead body on top of it. But
Don't mention it. We're not talking about it. It's one of my experiments. We're not going to talk about it.
But, what are the immortal flames doing here?
Oh, I also told Olive will die. I hope you don't mind.
Oh, I know who this must be.
'Twas men, those men may be sworn flames of Bulda, but they are first and foremost faithful retainers of House Levier.
You just made that up.
Haha, I told you, I wanted to hang out with the Warrior of Light too.
Alpha Nod. So it was you who was helping Urianger.
Can people stop saying that? Who else could have it been, dear sister? Lest you worry, I have no intention of making the details of your venture public. Like you, I would prefer to avoid causing a panic. I hate when people scream. But given that which is at stake, namely the survival of the realm, one must be willing to accept help when it's offered. Would you not agree? Also, I told you I wanted to hang out with the Warrior of Light more. At the very least, do not be cross with Urianger. 'Twas at my behest that he kept silent. I knew you'd throw a hissy fit.
I'm having a pissy fit. We will speak later.
Pray forgive me, my lady, but knowing full well your intent, I judged it meant that Master Alfino be informed. Though your grandsire hath become Bahamut's thrall, his noble blood courseth yet through both your veins, and if he must needs be struck down, I thought both of you should probably kill him. It would be cathartic, baby. Not fucked up in the slightest.
Do you hear that, Alphanod? I mean to strike down Grandfather. Me, not you. I'm going to kill him. And when I've done so, I shall banish Bahamut to the ether. There are lots of family issues going on right here.
This was supposed to be my quest with the Warrior of Light. You get them all the time. You get them for an entire expansion.
I like how her quest is that she wants with the Warrior of Light is just striking down Grandfather.
I'm killing my own grandfather with the Warrior of Light, and you're not invited.
Even though he's like technically his family member too, and he kind of has every right to be there. She's like,
no. She's like, no.
This is my
quest,
adventure. Nothing you will say will sway me from my course. I will protect Eorzea, and I will uphold Grandfather's legacy by stabbing him in the chest.
Grandfather's legacy? You mean his Exodia? And Orion just like, he had Exodia.
Yes, Exodia, damn it. He must die.
So you still do not know what you yourself desire. Your actions are still driven by borrowed resolve. And what do you have, Alfino?
Exactly. It's like, what do you freaking have? Borrowed resolve? What does that have to do with anything? Protecting Eorzea was Grandfather's goal. We made it ours. Both of us. That is why we came here, unless you have forgotten.
Yes, I already have. Gods forbid I should ever forget, Alize, but you misunderstand. I do not question your resolve, only whence it came. If it were your own, you would be able to tell me precisely why you desire to fervently protect Eorzea. Do you even know how to name all of the city-states in Eorzea?
It's Da'ul?
Da'ul. Yet you cannot, for it is not your resolve, but Grandfather's. You just stole his moniker. You may struggle to see the difference, but borrowed resolve shall never be as strong as that which springs from within. But let us speak of this another time. For now, preventing Bahamut's return is all that matters. To be plain, I have no objection to striking down whatever is left of Grandfather. Know, however, that I will be accompanying you this time. I want a piece of that Grandfather murder, okay? You can't just hog it all to yourself. As a son of House Levier, I would be present for his final moments. Gala.
Fine. Very well. You may join us on one condition. I make the decisions, and you don't say anything. I will stab Grandfather.
Fine. Okay.
Oh, well, if it please, my lady, the name's Eric and Rad. Our preparations are just about complete.
Who has a name called Erkenrod?
Erkenrod. When you're ready.
That sounds like a town in Lord of the Rings. Like, they're taking the hobbits to Erkenrod.
When you're ready to embark on that little daddy issue mission, just give me the word. I'll be waiting for you at the... Oh, yes.
It's like, not daddy, it's granddaddy.
I'm sorry, it kind of sounds like you'll also have daddy issues. But anyway, I'll be waiting for you at the cerulean processing plant. I'm gonna bow. Just like we do back at the bayou.
So yeah, it's like, I do not know where there's a bayou in Ul'dah.
Everyone's looking at one and I'm like, what?
Who was that?
Pay no heed to my brother and that weird woman. I don't think she really works for us. You can rely on me, not Alphanod. Me, Alize. We have come far together, you and I, not him. He's done nothing. And together, we shall see our journey to its end. You and me, not him.
It really is the quest line where the twins are like, I get Warrior of Light this time. You always get to play with Warrior of Light. Alvino is a little shit though. He got like most of A Realm Reborn. And Alize's like, I want one quest, and Alfino's like, I
No.
want in on it. I mean, fair. It's their grandfather. He should have a say.
Oh, here's Urk and Ran.
Hmm.
Oh, why I've been waiting for you, Master Shallow and Mrs. Zuyaya. I'm pleased to say that the Aetheryte's primed and ready. Well, as you know, the remaining intermittent hulks are connected to the fragments in Eastern Thanalan and Mondona. It is the former that we'll be sending you first. Now, you'll be starting inside the hulk, meaning you won't have to cover so much ground. The drawback being that you'll be fighting for your life, and the moment you get into that bayou, best be prepared for anything, for my lady's sake, if not your own. And, well, that's all about I can tell you. When your preparation is in order, just give me the word and I'll send you on your way. I may even throw a prayer for your speedy return, just to be on the safe side, because, well, in all honesty, you're all gonna die.
Seriously, I don't think she's real. I think she's a spy placed inside the mortal flame.
I feel like Urk and Rad's caught in it.
It is.
Oh. And over there's Hachi. So, we're about to do the final Coils of Bahamut, and let me tell you, these runs are very interesting out of all of them.
I've never done them when they were set at the difficult, because I couldn't get past Nail Von Darkness in Realm Reborn, so this is where I don't really know too much about these fights, because we just face roll them and are done with them.
Mm-hmm. And probably just like in the last stream, these are very heavily cutscene related ones too, and unfortunately I'm probably gonna have to go back and forth between the Unending Journey and here to kind of show some of the cutscenes. Otherwise, there will be cutscenes that would be accidentally skipped, so we'll just have to.
Yeah, as we discovered last time, they don't. The New Game Plus only does the fights. It does not include all of the cutscenes, so we have to go find the cutscenes elsewhere.
Yeah. So, we'll be going back and forth, just from there. But yeah, we're in the final Coils of Bahamut. We just have 4 tiers left. Okay, turn 1. Well, it says turn 3 for me, but it's turn 1. Alize is resolved to go through her quest to vanquish Bahamut, though it means confronting her beloved grandfather, whom the Elder Primal has made his thrall. With Alfino's cooperation, an ethereal pathway has been established which will take your party to one of the 2 intermittent hulks that remain to be disabled. Your foray begins in northern Thanalan at the set of Dalamud's Talon, situated in Rabon's Push. Spare no preparation, expect fierce resistance. Well, we'll
Remember,
see about
this is a Savage tier raid.
Someone named Mother Heidelin just fell off the cliff above us and is now next to us. Oh god.
Heidelin is guiding us.
Essential decks. 4,560 yalms. Oh, Alfino.
Oh, sorry, my cutscene got skipped, so I'll have to be in tune with the chat or the video, so I'll be a couple seconds behind.
Okay.
So this is how it looks like on the inside.
This Intermin Hulk still functions. The teleportation was a success. We are come to the right place. There is no telling how much further Bahamut has regenerated since we last beheld him. Let us make haste to the main bridge and deactivate the coil. There were receptacles similar to these in the previous Hulk. Those held chimerical beasts, but only the Alligans know what other abominations may be sleeping within.
Creepy.
They may... Yeah, this is actually kind of creepy. They may well be part of Dalamud's internal defenses. We must stay on our guard at all times. Alfino, don't say a word. I want you to be quiet.
That's so hard. I like talking all the time. Don't you understand? I love the sound of my own voice. Oh, we're in the heart of it now. Dark matter slime. It's almost looks like a city.
Yeah, it does. It does kind of.
Oh,
bye.
All I want to do is walk forward. Yeah, it's like no. It's not backwards.
Allagun Naga and Belly Dancer. Whenever, whenever, meant to be together. They're cloning Shakira in here.
I was gonna say, I'm like, it's so they're like the Alligans are into Shakira music, like the Empire's into Nicki Minaj.
There's a Bahamut in the closet. Open up and set him free. Woo!
Be like more like, what's the screeching noise the dragons make?
Is it like a?
There's something hitting me, but I don't know what. Oh, it's a Lamia with a bow.
There we go. Whee! Oh, what?
So this one didn't launch, so yeah.
Oh, do you see those things in the containers?
They're dragons. It's all null. Find null, please.
Yeah, this is kind of creepy. They're all like frozen.
They're test tube dragons.
Test tube daddy.
Alright, I have my cutscene back up.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know if Alfino's gonna make do on his promise to shut up. It's really hard for him to do that. Oh, he's probably not here. He's just like, huh, that looks too dangerous for me to engage with. I'm going to be over here. He's like, Alice, do you want to have tea? I'm going to brew some tea right now.
What's this thing's name? Imdegood.
I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm also glad that Twintania is also in that case right there.
They've been cloning all the dragons. I think a lot of the dragons in their city are kind of like this. They're like jungle cats, and they live up in the trees and the caves. I forgot how you do this fight.
I do too. I just got crackled hissed.
Crackle hiss. I hope we can just beat this boss up and not have to worry about wiping. That room wipe didn't really do anything.
Yeah. He's kind of going down pretty quick. Oh, he's invulnerable.
Invulnerable. Invuln. There's a mark on me.
Yeah, I got crackled hissed again.
It's, we do a tonal. I'm sure that would wipe our party last time. Or if we were,
oh, he's still invulnerable.
I am paralyzed. Oh crap, I could cast.
Sure.
Oh!
Oh,
That had to... I don't know.
maybe the game was like, maybe we killed them so fast that he's like, wait, what?
That was a
There we
thing
go.
back in the day. Like, the game would take a minute, be like, I need to catch up. I'm not quite sure what's happening. Aw, such a pretty dragon. Too bad we had to kill it.
Who opened the containers?
Hey, some of that stuff you can sell for money.
Oh, they don't make
how
much money anymore.
What if I craft the gear?
Not as much as it used to anymore.
I guess it is just as easy as coming in here solo and just beating up bosses.
Oh, good. There's a cutscene in this one. I thought I would have to go the unending journey for this one.
I think it's any cutscenes that had to happen outside of the instances.
Oh, by the 12 dragons. And so many. They're not like the things I've been watching from Dragon Tales on PBS.
That's like Alfino and Alice's favorite.
Dragon
like,
Tales, Dragon Tales. Where's Org? We are aware that the Alligans possess the means to control the creatures, but to imprison them thus is barbaric. I would not wish such a fate upon my worst enemy. 'Tis plain. I know. 'Tis plain that no love was lost between the Alligans and the dragons. But was it truly necessary to keep so great a number here? Dalamud did not want for defenses, this we have experienced firsthand. Such guardians as the Alligans created, both living and unliving, were surely no less capable of repelling intruders than these poor creatures.
Tell me something, Alize. Have you not managed to determine by whose will Bahamut exists?
I thought I told you not to talk, but, no, I have not. I assumed that Bahamut had no people of his own, that the Alligans had perhaps discovered a way to simulate prayer itself. However, Nail's words gave me cause to reconsider, specifically the Shade's mention of Bahamut's beloved children. From that, I inferred that the Primals skin formed by the will of worshippers whom we have yet to... Oh. God, strike me down for a blind fool. Bahamut's beloved children, right there before my very eyes. How could I have been so Alfino of me? His face was perfect.
Excuse me.
They should have spayed and neutered them. Oh my god, Kate. Who else but the dragons of Eld would summon Bahamut? Who else but they could sustain him? And to think I wondered why the Alligans kept them imprisoned here.
Even should the flame of Bahamut's life go out, his faithful children would summon him back. They prayed to Daddy, oh my god! For this reason, the Alligan Empire kept an army of dragons here in a perpetual state of duress that they might sustain the Primal's existence. That goes against the Geneva Convention. That is a severe war crime. Truly, the Alligan's ingenuity knew no bounds, and neither did their cruelty. Oh, that's
Small.
you, not Alfino. Even I'm like, which one are you?
Small wonder that Bahamut was so enraged. Let no one deny that it was man who sowed the seeds of the calamity. This is true. This is very true. Even though Bahamut did a lot of awful things to the land when he got summoned, it is people that caused him to be that way in the first place.
the Alligans, much thousands of years ago, like prepped a calamity that happened, now 5 years ago.
Yeah. And it's for their very reason of why Bahamut was trapped in there for so long. And it was only because the Alligans were waging war against the Mericidian dragons. Mericidia dragons.
Most of these dragons, for those who might be privy to Ishgard lore, these dragons come from Mericidia, which is a continent fairly down south. Dragons live everywhere. But the broods that are up in Ishgard right now have their own issues with Ishgard. These dragons had issues with the Alligans, but this was a conflict from thousands of years ago.
Mm-hmm. Alright, where was I? Oh, yeah.
Well, will you now turn your hatred towards your own kin, or our own kin, kind dear sister? No, but we sure are shitty.
Do not patronize me, Alfino. I merely acknowledge our guilt. Lest you be in any doubt, I have no intention of allowing Bahamut to lay the world to waste, regardless of the atrocities that the Alligans committed against his kind. We have no choice but to eliminate all who worship him, be they his children or his thralls. It seems reasonable to assume that the system responsible for the Primal's regeneration is also responsible for sustaining the captive dragons. If we disable it, all should perish. Let us move on, and you need to stop talking. I told you, no more talking.
I get to say whatever I want. I'm Alfino. Alfino Levier. So now, not only do we have to kill Grandfather, we have to kill all these dragons as like a mercy kill.
And a failsafe too, so that way Bahamut does not regenerate. Because even after we disable those coils...
The curse of the dragons being, so immortal is that they can get put in these situations where for thousands of years they can just be endlessly tortured. And then, I guess... I mean, with that, so many years of being tortured, I just don't... just be so broken.
Yeah. Just for, thousands of years, just be in agonizing pain, and your only thing that you're supposed to do is summon your deity over and over and over again.
To make clear, the Alligans, in order to make Bahamut... because he's a primal, he's not a real dragon. The real Bahamut perished in a war a long time ago. But the Alligans were like, what if we could bring Bahamut back and use him as a weapon? And so they captured all of these dragons and told them their only salvation is to pray to your Lord Bahamut. Because the dragons, they're I should say mothers and fathers, but we've learned that dragons reproduce asexually, but they're progenitors. Progenitors are kind of revered as gods, almost. Especially the elder dragons. Like Nidhogg, Hraesvelgr, Bahamut, Tiamat, Ratatoskr. They are more than just, ooh, I respect my elders. They almost have kind of a bit of a religious reverence to them. Not quite like how characters worship the 12 or how the beast tribes worship Ifrit or Titan, but the dragons do have quite a sacred bond with their parents, I should say, and their bloodline too. So that's just to make sense that these dragons are truly praying to Bahamut because they believe that Bahamut will save them. And whether or not that's actually true, there's nothing else for them to do. They're trapped, they're in agonizing pain, and they've been told that the only way for their salvation is to pray to Bahamut. And
That's
that this
so
is how
fucked up.
Bahamut... It is very, very fucked up. The Alligans were nasty people. They made a lot of great things, and they were also nasty people.
And yet we still don't, even to this day, we still don't know what happened to the Alligans because they were so freaking powerful with doing stuff like this. and it just magically disappearing.
Well, the whole earthquake, the calamity of Earth that hit, kind of, that explains why they.
Oh yeah, that is
everything
true.
that was anchored to the ground. Pretty much, the Crystal Tower sank after pretty much it was like a nail into the ground. But it was the calamity of Earth that happened because Almond tried to summon a bunch of power. Not Almond.
Zonde.
Who was it? Zonde, there we go. Zonde tried to summon a bunch of power, and then it struck the tower, and the tower emitted this huge epicenter. It was like the epicenter of like something that just flattened everything. So her huge earthquake hit, I think, all of Eorzea, but most of the continents. So, anything Allegan that was on the ground was like immediately destroyed. Anything that survived was stuff they had hanging up in the sky, like Dalamud. So that's why Allegan's stuff is kind of hard to come by, and why usually excavations are needed, because most of the stuff got buried underground.
Mm-hmm. And it was from the Umbral Calamity from Bahamut when he unleashed everything. Was because of him is what made the Crystal Tower reappear out of the ground after his calamitous assault, and now Crystal Tower is back up, and it's like, oh, interesting. And Crystal Tower's like, where's the Dalamud?
Yeah, the Crystal Tower is like pretty much the signal tower.
Signal beam.
Alright. Do we need to look at anything in the Unending Journey, or are we good?
Not yet. We're good for this part.
Okay.
Alright, so turn 2. At the depth of 6,835 yalms, you and your companions are slowly melting because it's getting hot, because you're getting to the Earth's core. And you're also greeted by a breathtaking sight, a colossal replica of Dalamud, believed to be the device which regulates Bahamut's regeneration. The structure swarms with legions of the Lesser Moon's internal defenses, but through it you must go if you are to reach the main bridge. Yikes. That sounds fun.
No.
In case you forgot what Dalamud looks like, there you go.
It's a replica. They're like, let's build a tinier moon inside the bigger moon.
Basically. Oh yeah, this is the one where we're gonna have to go different directions.
Is it more floor? Oh, I'm going on this one.
Yeah, Hachi will have to go left, we'll go right.
You can go with Hachi, I can probably just do this myself.
Oh, this is true, you're right.
Tank's DPS power is just a little bit lower.
Whee! Ooh, inside here is actually really creepy. Oh my god.
Oh, Hachi's here.
Oh, hi, Hachi.
What does it do?
There we go. Okay.
I think it just depends on how many people are there. So yeah, we'll go with their spouse.
Okay.
Probably took way too long. My flare spell is like, get on with it.
Holes. There we go.
It's like authentication.
Oh,
I
hey
guess
guys.
you really couldn't do this solo.
Yeah, you would have to have someone with you. I remember this fight causing so many issues even with unsynced. Because this is the one with the 3 nodes. And they can't, the one node eats the other node.
Oh. It's Blue Eyes Metal Dragon.
Blue Eyes Peeps Tonky Dragon.
Yeah, I have barely any memory of this boss.
This is the one with those 3 Allegan nodes, and then one Allegan node eats the other node, and then you wipe.
Oh, so it's just meteors all over again.
Basically, yeah.
Can we just kill it in time?
Hopefully.
Or does it vulnerable itself?
We'll find out. I do remember you have to be careful not to be in the center.
Oh. In my defense, he moved on top of me. You said that, like, you don't go in the center, and then he becomes the center around me.
Whoa, Hachi, you're gone too?
Lark, you're the last one!
Whoa! I don't like this. Oh, I'm heavied.
What is...
Oh. How long am I heavied for?
Wow.
Oh, there we go.
Until the end of time. Quick, just LB. Hit no LB.
Ooh, Nerve Cloud, what does that mean? Why are you moving? Oh wait, that's right, I'm tanking.
Why are you moving? So I can hit you.
Ooh!
Nerve gas. Well, see, it went fine.
It was fine.
So did they just make a Metal Gear Dragon? The Algans are like, I love dragons so much.
I love dragons.
The Algans were like the first Ishgards. They were like, I want to be a dragon. They look so cool. You don't understand,
Ishgard is Algans.
I am pretty sure those crazy elves didn't even appear on the continent until several years later.
You are correct.
Well, there's also the theory that all of the races in Final Fantasy XII are all Allagan constructs, because the Allags, we don't even know, like, they didn't really seem to be Elizans and Lalafell and Makote. It seems we came after them. Oh.
What are you two freaking
I'm
out about?
talking now. Why, this looks like...
A model of Dalamud, yes.
But why would they make a small moon inside a big moon?
For millennia, Bahamut must have gazed at this unchanging view.
Yeah, like, screw torture. You just have me stare at something for like 500 years, I'd go crazy too.
Yeah. Trapped inside a prison that was scarcely large enough to contain him. Big cosmic power! Itty bitty little tiny space. Unable to move, denied the release of death. How his hatred for man, specifically Alfino, must have burned.
I feel like you have a bias in your storytelling, sister.
And that hatred found an ideal vessel in Nail Van Darnus.
She was like, I too hate the world.
In many ways, Bahamut is to be pitied, not loathed. But knowing the true extent of his fury, I am more convinced than ever of the necessity of our endeavor.
Just mercy kill him already.
Besides, his is not the only soul that cries out for vengeance. Alvina was like,
Quit being so dramatic.
It's like this is my adventure, and I will be as much dramatic as I want. Alright. Turn 3. At 8,872 yalms, you lost your skin and you're just a walking skeleton. Your party arrives within Bahamut's cavernous regeneration chamber. As Alize moves to disable the interment Hulk, she finds her way barred by her grandsire, the Archon Louis Swa. Wow, spoilers, Duty Finder. The man once gave his life that the realm might be spared. If you would honor his legacy, you must now strike him down. Well, in case you're wondering what we were about to do.
Gotta kill Grandpa.
Time to kill Grandpa.
He saved our entire realm. Sacrificed himself like Jesus.
And now
he's gonna die again.
Gods, he is almost whole again.
Oh, now you guys found your voice. Okay.
We have VA budget.
Yeah! Whoa, and Bahamut has regenerated a lot. Holy shit.
That's way more than just hits.
Yeah.
His size is staggering. I can scarce imagine how Grandfather stood against such a monstrosity.
This cannot be allowed to proceed any further. Let us disable the coil and move on. Grandfather?
Oh. Grandfather?
No, that man is dead. I will not dishonor my beloved grandsire's memory by calling you such. You are but his twisted shape, the thrall of a mad primal.
You were foolish to disregard my warning, child. Are you so convinced of your own righteousness?
"'Tis the rightness of our path that led us to return. Eorzea will never be safe whilst Bahamut remains to threaten all we hold dear. What of the hero who gave his life in defense of the realm? Do you truly dispute the justice of our cause?"
My poor, ignorant grandchildren. Your world is shaped by naught but recent conflict. Listen, and I will speak to you of justice. 'Twas in the twilight of the Third Astral Era. The southern land of Mericidia suffered invasion at the hands of the Alagon Empire. With no atrocity, too depraved for their purpose, the forces of Alec were unstoppable in their advance. Desperate for salvation, the dragons prayed to one of their first brood, to their ancestor Bahamut. Infused by the power of their fervent supplications, Bahamut arose from the abyss of death and took wing as the Mericidians' newborn god. Yet this great miracle would only serve to further the maniacal designs of the dragon's imperial conquerors. The cruel fetters which bind my lord stand testament to the Alagon's boundless greed and hubris. I once summoned the 12 in an attempt to forestall the advent of the 7th Umbral Era. What then did the dragons of Mericidia do that I did not? Wherefore are they accursed and I exalted? 'Tis man's overweening belief in his own primacy that blinds him to the commonness of his condition and the truth of his own tyranny. As long as man is suffered to remain, the dragons shall never be at peace. Only when the plague of people has been expunged shall the children of Lord Bahamut be free. Then shall the world know true justice.
Stop it! Grandfather would never say such things. His belief that people were worth saving never faltered. He had faith in their strength, that they could stand together and push back against the darkness seeking to shape them.
A false hope. 'Tis folly to place one's faith in so flawed a race. Stand together? Huh. They would first need to agree on which direction to face. If history teaches us anything, it is that man cannot find common ground between his own 2 feet. Even you, twins whose veins run with the same blood, struggle to fathom each other's reasoning. You hide your differing agendas behind the convenient banner of Eorzea's salvation. Given your obvious self-interest, can you truly claim no kinship with the Oligarch? And though I hope they might bring you closer, 'twould seem that the twin grimoires I bestowed upon you were a wasted gesture.
There may well be truth in your judgment of Alize and me, but such a one-sided tirade bemoaning the evils of man rings false, coming from the lips of Archon Louisoix. Tell me, do you champion the cause of dragons because Bahamut compels you as his thrall? Or is it because you yourself have transcended the limits of man's existence?
Ah, so the possibility did not escape your notice. What I prayed for, and what I have become. These are the keys that unlock the truth behind Eorzea's rebirth. If you would have them, then you must needs take them by force. Come! Rend this divine form asunder and claim your answers.
He was a bird all along.
Grandfather?
But I thought... No. He has become a primal?
He is a primal. Grandfather is a primal.
It is difficult, I know, but you must accept it. That entity is no phantom or imposter. It is our beloved grandsire.
Please, for his sake and for ours, you must defeat our grandfather.
Yeah, so taking in all the prayer of Eorzea during the calamity, like, doesn't matter if you're like Archon Louisoix, main protagonist, or one of the main characters of 1.0, taking in all of that prayer makes you become a primal.
Yup. So now we kind of have an idea of how he was able to forestall Bahamut's attacks.
The only thing to take down a primal is another primal. Or a warrior of light, but you know, they didn't really have one of those candy, I guess. They had a lot of them. Oh yeah, this thing. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
I remember there's something you gotta do, yeah, with these guys.
Whoa! Hachi's dead.
Hachi actually got put in the conflag there.
The grandfather's free!
I forgot what you do with chains of purgatory.
I did too. Oh, fountain fire.
Oh, watch out for that. He's almost dead. Oh.
Oh, there we go. We killed Grandpa.
Killed
There we go.
Grandpa, who became the bird. So he became the primal phoenix, which symbolic
Yeah.
for a realm reborn.
Rises from the ashes. Now the question is...
Yeah, so he wasn't a thrall of Bahamut, he just was a primal.
Oh, yep. So this is where we
This
go.
is where we go the unending journey.
Yeah, let's head to our house and watch some cutscenes that should have been here, not here.
Are we going to Free Company or Lark's?
Free Company.
Free Company.
So a little,
cannot,
just anticlimactic. We kill Grandpa. Now we're just like, let's go home.
Let's go take a nap.
Normally, right now we would be in a cutscene right now, but
What does our house serve that has really it's really good? Is it the watermelon?
oh, we have good watermelon. Alaga
Oh, we have that
melons.
spaghetti.
Doop a doop boop boop boop. Intermission.
I do have to say, Phoenix was probably one of the more interesting fights. I remember that one, even when we had to sync it when we were... Did we do it at level 60?
Yeah, we did.
It was still, like, you had to pay attention, because you were only 10 levels above. Now 30 levels above, it's like, smack it.
Oh yeah, suspend New Game Plus because we can't do it in New Game Plus.
Oh. You know... So good.
Instant raids, final 3. So I believe, is it 3? Let's see. Let's see. It's cutscene 3. Yes, I believe it's
Where?
cutscene 3. Go to
Raids?
go to raids. Look for turn 3.
I just have like
Grandfather
side
has
story
truly gone this time.
quests and
Better it end this way than the
Disciple of
alternative.
War quests.
So go all the way to the end where it says like instant duties,
Oh, and then go to
and then go to raids, and then go to final 3, final coil 3, and then
Cutscene.
cutscene 3.
3. Okay.
Yeah. And then you'll get grandfather's truly gone this time, but better it end this way than the alternative. And then they voice.
Oh, hold on. I still picked. This is very confusing because
I
they're
am
all
yet
called
here,
Binding Coil.
Odyssey.
I went to like turn something else.
Sweet
It's the
grandpa.
four-armed alien-looking guy.
Oh,
Binding Coil Bahamut turn 3. Okay.
there you go.
This is such a mess. Why couldn't they have just included the cutscene with New Game Plus?
Well, they do, but we're not doing it the way they want us to.
But like, but the thing that wasn't included in it, we just didn't turn off our cutscenes when we entered the raid, because if even if we didn't have New Game Plus up, like if we were to go into those raids and we didn't skip the cutscenes, we'd see them.
Yeah, that is true.
So it doesn't have anything to do with New Game Plus.
It's just weird how Coil cutscenes are.
Alright, I got to Alize. Like, well, I guess this is better. You know, I'm not sad.
And Louis was like, look into your hearts. I am here, my dear sweet babies. And they're like, ew.
Grandfather?
It's soft grandfather now.
He doesn't have red eyes, Black Dragon anymore.
I must thank you, warrior of light. Without your valor, I might never have broken free of Bahamut's control. These last few moments are mine, to live as the man I once was.
This is all that I wanted. Yet, now that it is happening, I find myself struggling to believe it. Is it really you?
Alfino steals her moment.
Pray forgive me my insolence. It was not my intent to demean you.
Forgive you? I am proud of you, child. You were wise enough to deduce the manner of creature I had become.
Alize's like, I was there too.
Alize, if any here should beg forgiveness, it is I.
Grandfather, I must ask, will you not tell us what befell during the calamity?
Yes, yes, of course. You have come far to hear the truth. Let us then begin the tale at the Battle of Cartano, where clashed the forces of the Garlean Empire and the Eorzean Alliance. 'Twas there in the sky above the surging armies that the elder primal Bahamut broke free of the Red Moon Dalamut. In an effort to contain this avatar of destruction, I called upon the 12 to aid me in the creation of a prison of ether. But Bahamut would not be caged by such feeble bars. Too vast was his might, too fierce his rage. Little choice remained to me. I used the last of my strength to entrust our hope unto the future, and prepared to meet my end.
I close my eyes.
Alright, so this next cutscene that you guys are going to see is actually going to be a CGI cutscene, and this is actually part 2 of the original trailer launch for Realm Reborn. It kind of ends like on a cliffhanger, and then you do Final Coil of Bahamut, and you get the next part of what the trailer should have been. So if you ever...
It's like the reveal of, like, this is what happened. This is how Louis Swa saved everybody in Eorzea.
Pretty much, yep. So enjoy the all of a sudden upgraded graphics.
It's like Kingdom Hearts.
That's really pretty too, by the way. This also shows how badass Grandpa is.
I love everything because he's like Super Saiyan, and then it's like all of this stuff. It just.
In case you're wondering, lots of explosions. So now we got to see how Louis Soir averted the calamity. Was pretty much that.
It's like everybody forgot. It's like the coolest moment in Final Fantasy XIV history, and then everybody in Eorzea forgot that
Basically,
cutscene.
Yep.
As you have no doubt surmised, I did not perish. When the cage built from the essences of the 12 was destroyed, the sky was filled with a colossal cloud of ether. This drifting energy responded to the prayers of those fighting below, and to my own desperate wish that the dying realm be saved by infusing me with the power of a primal. I became the immortal phoenix, ancient symbol of rebirth. Rising into the sky, I struck Bahamut with all my newfound strength. The blow shattered his earthly form, and a shower of ether rained down upon the land. Thus began the rejuvenation of Eorzea. Believing the deed done, I relinquished my hold on that staggering energy, desirous that it should be returned to the realm without delay. But I had not reckoned on Bahamut's tenacious will. Even as he teetered upon the cusp of oblivion, the dragon reached out to claim me. Alas, within my vast fading form, enough remained of the Phoenix's energy to offer Bahamut a hold, and he dragged me along in his wake.
And thus began your existence as the Elder Primal's thrall.
I cannot help but wonder at his will to survive. Though he was all but obliterated, Bahamut found a way to seize the power you surrendered.
He was a thrall and a primal.
All at once.
That would explain why part of his physical form survived to be entombed underground.
It would also explain why Eorzea was so terribly warped. Even as the land sought to restore itself, the returning flow of ether was cut off.
Ah, very good. When his grip on existence was once again secured, Bahamut did not cease his feast until he had consumed every last mote of ether that yet floated in the air.
And still he was not fully restored.
You must remember that by this time, much of the freed ether had already returned to the land. That which remained was not sufficient to reconstruct so massive a form in its entirety. But there did not need to be. Not for a being sustained by the marvels of Allagan technology. As long as some piece of Bahamut persists, the Coils will seek it out and continue their regenerative task. The fragments of Dalamud appear motionless from the surface, but deep beneath the ground they had been searching, tunneling through rock and soil towards their escaped prisoner. And, as you have observed for yourselves, they found his heart. Warrior of Light, heed me. You must put a stop to Bahamut's regeneration. Whether it be for man or for dragonkind. The question of justice is irrelevant. The Elder Primal will leave naught but a smoldering wasteland for both his children and ours. I beg you to defend Eorzea and guide its people to the future they yet struggle to find. This portal will take you to the final internment hulk. 'Tis time for the tale of Bahamut and his part in the calamity to come to an end. Alvino, Alize, pray, come closer. Your hopes and dreams must no longer be an extension of mine. You must needs find your own reason to fight for this realm, your own meaning in this sea of chaos. Will you do that for me?
Of course, Grandfather. I have already made it my mission to see this newborn Eorzea survive and flourish.
Alize, while I was yet enthralled to Bahamut, you spoke of my faith in man's strength. Know that your words reached me, imprisoned though my soul still was. So forceful was your conviction, I wonder if that belief has not become your own. Perhaps, after all your anger and sorrow was spent, you found something greater within you. See this fight to its culmination. 'Tis also your strength in which I have faith.
Thank you for everything. Pray, take your rest, Grandfather. You deserve it.
There are records of an art that allowed one to summon the power of a primal from the essence of its demise. And though I am no true primal, all that I have left, I give to you. Alvino, Alize, my darling grandchildren. May Light's blessings ever keep and protect you.
Come, warrior of light. Our task remains undone.
I'm sad.
This was always going to end so happily. At least they got to say goodbye.
They did. And also kind of gave... Maybe not so much to Alfino, even though he probably does need it. But
Except Alfino.
Except Alfino, but mostly for Alize, because Alize has just been... Ever since we saw her in, like, the beginning part of Realm Reborn, she's just like, what about grandfather? And Alfino's like, well, yeah, grandfather, but what about what's happening now? So hopefully this is kind of what sets Alize on the path that she's wanting to be on. Only time will
Alize
tell.
also had, like, she loved her grandfather a whole lot. Alfino did too, but he was, I don't know, he was trying to act tough.
Louis Saw was such a wise and wonderful dude, and I'm just sad we never really got to know him. Yeah. If we played 1.0, he got to hang out with Warrior of Light a lot, and actually Apalku Falls in Old Gridania, where Ymitra kind of hangs out that's where he would always be hanging out at during 1.0. Parts of it makes me wish I could have been there for 1.0, but parts of it I'm kind of glad I wasn't there for 1.0.
Imagine trying to run your... Was it on PlayStation 3? I can't remember.
No,
I guess it
just
was.
PC.
Oh yeah. Yeah, imagine trying to run that on your PC.
Oh god.
I think I would have had one of my nicer laptops. It was like my first gaming laptop. I probably would have had it. Kind of towards...
Oh yeah, make sure to resume back into New Game Plus.
Yeah, so we gotta go to Northern Thanaline again.
Mm-hmm. Because this time around, once we finish this one, we can just go to the quest and then they'll show us the rest of the cutscenes. It was just mostly this one that we wouldn't be able to see in order.
We couldn't miss out on that sick CGI.
Yeah.
Like the main reason why you wanted to do Binding Coil Bahamut. You wanted to see Louis Swago Super Saiyan and punch Bahamut in the stomach.
Literally. There it is. I was like, where is it?
It's by the big honking corrupted ether crystal. Where else would it be?
Oh, the Duty Finder, I mean.
Oh, Duty Finder?
Duty Finder first, and then the place. Alright, this is the final boss. The final boss to Coil. And it's
Any guesses what the final boss is?
I wonder. No, in Final Coil of Bahamut, I will have to say, even unsynced and even though it's kind of like a slap across the face now, this fight, even though some of its mechanics are annoying, I think it's so freaking epic, even to this day. I think it's an amazing fight. Oh, restored to his sense in defeat, Louis Swa uses his final moments to send your party to the main bridge of the final Interment Hulk, there to banish Bahamut once and for all. Yet though the end of your artist's journey is in sight, doubt not but that the cornered primal will lash out with his unbridled rage. If you are to overcome this terrible foe, you and yours must be of one purpose. Join now your hearts and minds and sally forth to bring the 7th Umbral Era to its true conclusion. For the future of Eorzea. Okay, even the Duty Finder's like, ah!
The Duty Finder's like trying to get you hyped. Like, yeah!
Get ready for them dive bombs. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that.
Yeah, we can still insta-die in this if we don't dodge correctly. The game is like, remember to dodge everything, or you die. I mean, how hard could it be? It's just one arm, a torso, a wing, part of a wing. He doesn't even have a second arm. No legs. He didn't have leg day.
It was a long, arduous road, but at last we reach its end. Farewell, Bahamut. I banish you back to the ether.
Not if this eyeball has anything to say about it.
He is not yet whole. I did not think him capable.
His titty powers! Titties! Titty flare! Titty flare!
Did not account for the fact that his tits still have power.
Alize! Alize!
Holy shit.
Guys, don't stand so close to the
It's
edge.
finally over. Will not survive another blast.
Will not survive another titty blast.
No.
No. Is this how I honor my promise to grandfather?
That's how I honor my promise to grandfather, by getting blasted by a titty.
You must needs find your own reason to fight for this realm. Your own meaning in this sea of chaos. Will you do that?
Remember, I
for me?
just said this 5 minutes ago.
I will, grandfather. In fact,
Just
I
a
believe I
flashback of
already
5
have.
minutes ago.
That reason has been with me all along, guiding me. Eorzea's blade of light, shearing through endless shrouds of darkness.
Darkness!
I have been shown the miraculous feats of which we are all capable, of which I am capable. Bahamut, you have wreaked enough havoc. I will not let your wrathful fires consume all that we know and love.
How long I have waited to hear you say that. You have found your resolve at last.
It's like, Alvino, don't act like you know any better.
Yeah,
Like,
right?
He's like, I don't know what I'm doing either, but I'm gonna pretend.
Let me join my strength to yours.
He's like, I can do that too!
I'm a book as well.
In this place, in this moment, our purpose has become one.
I'm glad Bahamut is being very patient through all this.
I mean, he is still spewing fire at us as this is happening.
That's not a book, that's an iPad, a shitty iPad.
For the future of Eorzea!
Oh, Wonder Twin powers activate!
Literally.
Did you...
This last task is yours, Warrior of Light. You must destroy.
They're like, did you
Bahamut's
see that? We were both cool! They're doing this explicitly just to impress the Warrior of Light. They're both like, gotta do something cool.
Uh-oh. We're hitting the mushrooms again.
We're... Hydaelyn's chosen ho! Was that like 8? Was that like...
Yeah, that was supposed to be like 8, party of 8.
Originally, we would be bringing in people, like 8 people here, but yeah.
3's good enough.
Well, 3 of us are the power of 8.
All 8 of us. And then just 3.
It's like, where did our backup go? And it's like they got absorbed into the ether, and you're like, ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, here we go. That chest is big.
That is a big chest.
His tits are huge. Here he is.
Here he is, Bahamut Prime.
Bahamut.
Here we go.
Mega Flare. Uh-oh. Giga Flare. Alright.
I think it's just run to Bahamut.
If, like, you're not sure where to run for safety, you just run at them. Better than to be knocked back into the fire.
And yeah, in case you're also wondering, Twintania is also here to die Bahamut.
She's like, did you like me the first time? Well, here I am a second time. This is game thinking.
Game is thinking now, we went a little too fast.
This is one of the fights where it's like, if you go too fast, the game goes, huh?
What?
Huh? What? What do you mean they're all dead? This is also the part where you just keep swiveling your camera around like, where are they? I'm ready.
With also Susan Calloway singing.
Susan Calloway's like, walk free! The game is like, you have to let Susan Calloway sing. Alright, there's Bahamut. There is... Tanya.
Oh, there goes Hachi.
Tanya got Hachi.
Ah, finally, kill her. Kill Titania.
She's just now called the Storm of Mirrorcidia. Okay, I think... Oh, we still gotta... More Mirrorcidia dragons. Yeah. Can't get enough of them.
Oh, now the Gust of Mirrorcidia.
Alright, so we killed Quintania again. So now all we have left is this Bahamut. After we take down all the Mirrorcidia dragons.
Yeah. There's a lot of dragons. There's another dragon? Jeez.
As I recall, there was quite a lot. These were all like DPS checks, I believe.
Yeah.
Like if you didn't kill them in time before the next dragon appeared, they would just mob you.
Bahamut, there he is.
There he is. Just run at him.
Hi, Bahamut. Oh, blah, 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 blah.
Here we go. What is this? Is it Zeta Flare?
I think it's Terra Flare.
Oh, it's Terra Flare. Still not as powerful as Donald Duck, I see.
3, 2, 1.
So, if you didn't stand in this little nice circle, you didn't get protected by Terra Flare.
Holy shit. This is for Hachi.
Ockborn. Oh wait. Jack. Mega Flare.
And he's dead!
We don't get.
That was the most derpiest face Larks has ever made.
It's like, did we live? Oh, we lived. Okay.
The final coil of Bahamut complete. Answer.
Remember when we were farming for answers?
Oh god, I do remember that. Oh, cutscene.
That was sweet.
You did it.
We did it. Mostly your books did it.
Alfino did the least.
Alfino did nothing. Once again, he was useless.
I was here. I wanted to be part of this quest too. I want all of the quests. All of them.
But one task remains.
I'm gonna turn the off button on this computer. It's like that's all that needed to be done was just to turn it off.
With this last coil disabled, there shall be naught left to bind Bahamut to this world. His beloved children will finally know peace.
Bahamut's like, error. 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 We are sorry, Bahamut. But the page you requested could not be found. Please check your network settings.
There is no warranty on Bahamut.
He's like, no, my Anywhere software. I forgot to renew my subscription.
What is that?
It's Bahamut's poo. Take your bathroom particles with you.
Well, I sure am glad that turning it off suddenly didn't just explode this place, you know? We had no way of knowing what would happen, but... It's the prettiest snow I've ever seen in my life.
Albino opens his mouth up to eat the snow. He's like, ugh, ugh.
'Tis done.
Dead dragon taste. Oh no.
Oh, I gotta get the taste now.
Don't look so peaceful in that. That is dead dragon bits raining down on you.
A little bit of him. I think that was his eye over there.
You knew, didn't you? You knew what Grandfather had become.
I was not certain. but from all I had gleaned, it seemed a distinct possibility. The scene people describe of the Battle of Cartano was one of unimaginable devastation, and 'tis through the combined prayers of the desperate and an abundant source of ether that primals are born. I merely put
Hope
two
he knows,
and two
like,
together.
I'm smart.
And you consider that a sufficient explanation? Well, however you stumbled across your theory, 'twas this revelation that made you wary of my attachment to Grandfather. You feared that in my obsession I would fall under his primal sway. Is that why you decided to join us? To pull me back should I show signs of wavering?
Pray forgive me, sister. I wished only to protect you. Yet I see now that I needn't have doubted the strength of your conviction. May I ask you a question? What do you now intend to do with the truth you have uncovered?
Which particular truth was that, brother? The fact that desperate prayer gave rise to the primal phoenix? That this new god was responsible for setting Eorzea on the path to rebirth? Should such a tale become common knowledge, people would soon offer up their prayers in earnest. They would beseech Phoenix to complete the healing that was begun.
Yet as you and I know all too well, the very act of calling forth this savior would do more harm to the land than good. We cannot encourage such worship for this very reason. Were Grandfather forced to return as an ether-draining primal, it would undo all that he had worked to protect. Your abiding love for him was the key that unlocked the truth of the calamity. But keys may also serve to seal doors that were best left unopened. Let your love now guide your actions, and lock away deep inside the fate of both Grandfather and Bahamut.
Fear not, Alphino. I understand what must be done. The realm need not know the truth for it to be saved. That the Elder Primal is banished, to return no more. That is enough. Let us make our way back to the surface. Poor Urianger must be beside himself with worry.
Oh yeah, Urianger.
Urianger is like...
Blue eyes, white dragon.
He's been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! The entire time we've been down here.
He's been...
He's like, oh, you're back. How did it go?
He's been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! With Erkenrad. He's like, well, back here in the bayou, we use dark magicians. Okay.
Get over here to Dalamud's talons. It kind of looks like a hand if you squint.
Yeah, you're right, it does. Ugh. I'm stuck. Alfinod.
In spite of your presence, I must confess that there were moments when I feared the worst. I actually don't believe in you two, but in the end, you plucked us from the flames and bore us safe on to victory, just as you always have. As for Alize, I have never been more proud to call her my sister.
Aww.
I'm still the better twin, though. Don't forget.
You may view the opening cutscenes for the final Coil of Bahamut before... Yeah, we've seen them all. We're good this time.
Yeah, we're good.
No. Alize's path. Alize would bring the tale of the 7th Umbral Calamity to a close. Oh, and here we are again, and he's still with us. That's yeah. After that descent into darkness, the desolation of northern Thanalan seems paradisal. As promised, I shan't reveal the truth of the calamity to a single soul. However, the nations of Eorzea will require certain assurances that the threat of a new primal is gone. Kept in the dark overlong, 'tis only a matter of time before they seek answers of their own accord. Let us recommend that the fragments of Dalamud are sealed off, that the truth may rest undisturbed. But first we must go and report to Urianger. It would not do to keep him in suspense. I dare say we shall find him pacing up and down at the cerulean processing plant, screaming Blue Eyes White Dragon and Exodia and Mind Crush Yugi.
It's like, what are they going to find if they even go back down there? They're just going to find thousands of dead dragon bodies, and they're going to be like, oh.
They're like, what?
Like, we probably do need to seal that shit up. They're like, nobody must know, and it's like thousands of dragon corpses. Ariane. Ah. The warriors of light returneth undimmed from the depths of darkness. I have won several Yu-Gi-Oh battles while you were been away. By thy triumphant bearing, I take it thou hast. I'm already doing it for him. I take it thou hast succeeded in thy mission, and yet thou art alone. Mistake me not, dear friend. Full glad am I of thy safe return, but pray, where are Master Alfino and Alize? You did not kill them, right?
They're like, Ariane, our clothes, we need new clothes.
Here, my friend, forgive us our lateness. We took the scenic route.
Bahamut is no more. The realm is safe.
By the heavens! Look at you!
You made me break character!
You need to go to the laundromat right away. What horrors your young eyes must have seen! What suffering your young bodies must have borne! You're only 16 years old, why did I let you go off alone with the warrior of light?
I am a horrible uncle.
I'm not taking my babysitter duties really seriously right now. Pray tell me, where are you hurt? Your wounds must needs be cleansed and dressed at once. I shall make for you a poultice which draweth out.
Be at ease, my friend. We are hale and whole, I assure you.
We just got a little bit of dirt on us. Fine.
We took a few tumbles, but the worst of our hurts are healed. I believe we have grandfather to thank for that.
He was a level 50 conjurer at the time of his death, so... Master Louis Soir, then you met with him once more? But wherefore should Bahamut's thrall seek to ease your suffering?
I promise to reveal all to you in due course, dear friend. But first, there is a matter which requires our immediate attention.
This Yu-Gi-Oh duel.
Now that Bahamut is defeated, we deem it best to bar entry to all of the fragments of Dalamud. To this end, we will convince the nation's leaders that the danger is past, and invite their cooperation, ensuring that the fragments are never again disturbed. Come, let us depart and seek an audience with them forthwith.
A moment, dear sister. You need not burden yourself with this task. Urianger and I will more than suffice. Might you not take this opportunity to rest? The gods know you have earned it.
But I am fine, brother. Besides, you have been through as much as I have.
I've actually only been here for 1/4 of the quest, so...
Oh, I see now. You would play your game of diplomacy and wish me out of the way. Well, this is my adventure, and if I want to talk to them, I'm gonna freaking talk to them.
No. Naught could be further from the truth, Alize. I just need the Warrior of Light for 5 minutes, I swear. My lady, 'tis mine earnest belief that your brother hath your best interests at heart. You have more than done your part, and he desireth but to relieve you of a burden he might easily bear alone. He also wants the Warrior of Light all to himself. We all know this. You see? I want the Warrior of Light. I have some experience treating with dignitaries, you must allow, and as you never fail to remind me of my fondness for diplomacy, I feel it only right that I remind you of your aversion to it. You fucking hate meetings. The face. That it is settled. Urianger, pray make arrangements for a chocobo carriage. I am not walking. The ride should give us ample time to prepare our story. Also, I probably should put on some new clothes before I meet with royalty.
Figures the princess needs his carriage.
I'm not walking there. Give me a carriage.
Alfino. You're ugly.
Says the person who looks exactly like me.
Though our paths are different, we share the same goal, do we not?
I'm just here to look smart.
He's like, how dare you use the words I said to you?
But of course, dear sister, that which we have just achieved together stands as a testament to that fact. Whatever path we choose to take, our hearts shall ever lead us to the same end. Of that I am certain. I'm always right.
Thank you. Well, not the part that you're right, but thank you for the other stuff you said.
Now I'm going off to be important.
There is a place that I would visit. Might I ask you two to accompany me?
I get the Warrior of Light now.
But first, I do believe a change of garments is in order. It won't take a moment.
I have an exact identical outfit of this in my trunk right now.
I bring a glamour dresser, don't you know? Oh, hello.
Meanwhile, in Danaland. Oh, I guess she does have another outfit.
The landscape is the same. Of course, there is no reason that it would be otherwise. Though it would be poetic for the fragments to magically disappear. I am well aware they shall remain long after you and I are gone. Oh, hi.
The guy's like, what are children doing out here? Don't they know the Furbles will eat them alive?
Alright, child, time to do satanic rituals.
Time to pray to this rock so that the evil crystal doesn't eat our dreams.
Oh, well, the world may change irrevocably, but life shall ever go on.
The guy's like, damn cultists. They ruin Ul'dah.
Let us take a closer look, shall we? Not to the satanic ritual, but to the Morse of the Talon. I have no doubt that Alfino will do an admirable job concealing the truth of the calamity. And such truth as we revealed in those dark depths will never see the light of day. I myself agreed that it must be so.
It kinda sucks nobody will give us credit for all that work we did, though.
But the thought that the people of Eorzea shall forever remain ignorant of their savior, of your guys' deeds, The injustice of it is almost too much for me to bear. How typical of you, Larks and Zuyaya. Ever the heroes. Even so...
Zuyaya's over here like, I want a reward.
Even so, I cannot deny that I feel better for your reassurance.
Zuyaya's like, no, I want fame and glory. Please.
But I want you to know that I will never forget. You guys are the ones who freed Grandfather's soul and saved Eorzea from Bahamut's wrath. And though these great deeds will never be remembered in song, their consequences will be felt forever by every soul who calls this realm home.
So we just defeated Bahamut himself, and all we got was thanks.
I'm noticing a trend.
Look at that spider web over there. It's so good.
Yes, this spot will do.
It's selfie time.
For Grandfather, Nail, and the dragons of Mericidia, for all those who were taken by the calamity. Damn it, I have to pick another flower.
Damn it. It flew away.
Well, at long last, our struggle with Bahamut is over.
It's a good thing we'll never have to deal with big giant dragons ever again, right?
The realm, given new life through the prayers and sacrifices of countless souls, may look to a brighter tomorrow. When the dust of our adventure has settled, I shall embark on a journey. I mean to find my own reason to fight for Eorzea.
It'll be my quest, just for me.
Not Alphino's.
Alphino is not allowed to come on this one.
And when I do, I will fight with all my being. You have done so much for me, Larks and Zuya. One day, I hope to be able to repay you in kind. I have no doubt that you will continue to help those in need, and grow ever stronger in so doing. I shall endeavor to do the same, and if the 12 are kind, I hope one day to become Eorzea's sword in the darkness, as you are. Come what may, you may rest assured that I will not be outdone by Alphino.
I'm the better twin.
Larks just thumbs ups. When next we meet, I promise that I will not disappoint you.
And I'm not going to be a nerd like my brother.
Till that day, fare you well, my friend. And thank you guys, from the bottom of my heart. Now to go make fun of Alphino somewhere.
I'm gonna draw pictures of butts and send it to my brother and just harass him. Cause I'm the better twin.
And so, the two heroes go their separate ways.
Like, why couldn't we have gone the same direction? We were just like, well, I guess she's going that way, so I have to go the other way.
I was like,
now.
damn it, she had the car.
She went down the path that's quicker. It's like, okay, I guess I gotta take the longer route. Thanks. You have completed the quest, the Binding Coil Bahamut, exiting new game mode.
Yeah. Oh boy. Well, that was the Binding Coil of Bahamut raids. Oh boy. It's an interesting storyline. I do like it. I'm glad that person just came. Okay, hi. I guess you're gonna be next to us. Okay.
They're in the cutscene.
Is it the?
They're probably watching their cutscene.
Oh, it's Mother Heidelin.
Oh, Mother Heidelin's right here.
Holy
Hello.
crap. Yeah. So okay.
Mother's watching us.
Mother is watching us. I think the storyline is really good. I do like it. I think some of the fights are interesting. I just feel like the way they implemented Coil was not good. Especially since so much story was in this raid that it was almost kind of like important and kind of a priority to do. But it was locked behind high-end rating. And even to this day, I still don't agree with it. I feel like this should have been something different, or at least done correctly. But at the same time, you know, they were still just recovering from the events of 1.0 and the aftermath of it.
Yeah, and they also, like, did better with the next raids, and now raiding is just... everybody can do it.
Yeah.
You just... if you don't want to do the really high-end stuff, you're not really required to. You can just have a fun time. But, I still like this quest quite a lot. Like,
yeah.
It pretty much... it gives, like, a full, explanation of the events of the Calamity. Pretty much the whole purpose of this game too is why we're here and why we're protecting the realm and how the realm even came to be. It was very good what they did with the ashes of 1.0.
Mm-hmm. They did a really good job respecting 1.0.
Yeah.
And what I also...
see, like, 1.0 is one half, like, retconned. Like, a lot of it's, like, retconned. But, like, one half of it is still very much still a part of the lore of this game. And a lot of the stuff that was written at the end of 1.0 is definitely, like, canon in this universe.
Mm-hmm.
We're just not gonna talk about how Estidian got enthralled to Nidhogg twice in both 1.0 and
yeah.
Like that's part of like the retcon stuff.
Yeah, that stuff that didn't happen. He just teleported. He teleported in a red light instead of a blue light. He used Zodiac teleportations by accident.
In the original 1.0, you'd find him on the field and he'd summon a Drake, and it's like you and 5 other Dragoons or whatever would come up and just beat him up.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
I know.
What I also like about this raid too is that it gives a lot of character development to Alize that was heavily needed because, you know, she went off on her own way in the beginning of this story. And, you know, most of it, we got a little bit of what Elf, you know, we kind of seen a little bit of his struggles, you know, especially realizing that he accidentally sent Thancred to the Ascians, and, you know, you kind of see a little bit of development there. But for Alize, since the beginning, she just wanted to find her own path. And what I really liked about Coil is that it gives Alize that purpose of finding who she is, why Louisoix did what he did, and what do both her and her brother need to do. And what I like is that Louisoix gives them the answers that they're needing in order to kind of move on from what he did and sacrifice to kind of make them shape their own person. Kind of the why I'm also a little disappointed that it's blocked in by Coil, but you know.
Well, on that note, it is bedtime.
It is bedtime. So, thank you guys so much for watching this part of the Let's Stream. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really does help out. And also, if you want to continue supporting us, feel free to subscribe to us. And also hit the bell so you'll be notified when we get a stream heading up. So, next time that we're here, I'm pretty sure Minfilia has something that she probably needs, maybe. I don't know, she hasn't called us yet.
Always has something to say to us, so we'll have to talk to her.
She hasn't called us yet. Maybe it's fine. Maybe nothing's going on. Maybe nothing's going on. I'm sure Minphilly has something for us. It's probably going to be deadly. So, we hope to see you next time. Bye!
Bye.